Igloo Home has a vision of a world without keys.
For all our guests from overseas, a warm welcome to Singapore.
On the new series, VenturePreneurs, startups with a bold vision tackle the global marketplace.
One of the most exciting things is the rise of smart cities all around the world.
This smart locks maker is taking the lead in shaping smart city projects.
A lot of people tell us, this is impossible.
Armed with new products, looking for new markets.
We are running a bit late because of the train disruptions.
The biggest hurdle?
How they can build up a distribution channel.
And stand out in the crowd.
Good idea, interesting product, but the name?
3 goals in 3 months. Igloo Home takes on the challenge on VenturePreneurs. After just 4 months of preparation, Igloo Home is hosting this inaugural event.
I thought about this when we were organizing the Igloo Home conference. Instead of having all these partners coming to Singapore and just look at Igloo Home, why don't we show them how much investment the Singapore government is putting into smart cities? Because there's a very big trend that Igloo Home is going into with our new product offering called Igloo Works. So we said, let's organize Singapore Smart City Summit. This is actually, quite an ambitious plan for a company that is, barely 4 years old. A lot of people tell us, this is impossible. How are you going to get everyone to come down within just 4 months?
It may have seemed impossible to some given the timeline, but the event attracts 250 investors and industries, providing a platform for anyone working on a smart city project.
We wanted to do something that is ground up instead.
Partnerships, collaborations, and an exchange of ideas.
It's really sort of an exploratory sort of visit for us here to find out what we can do in Singapore and just to see what the whole smart cities ecosystem is like.
The summit is held in Singapore, which is ranked one of the world's top smart cities in the way it uses technology to enhance urbanization. Singapore is also a popular base for startups, playing host to more than 4,000 tech startups alone and more than 100 accelerators. They are led by some big-name venture capitalists who play an important role in helping startups raise cash and scale up.
We've come a long way from where we were, say, 10 years ago, but we're still not at the top league yet. Right? So I think we still have quite a lot to do. If you, again, take an example of the type of companies that have received funding in Singapore, local ecosystem, yes, the headline numbers are very good and we should celebrate that. Last year, according to our numbers, almost $10 billion worth of venture capital deals were signed in Singapore. Right? If you contrast that with 2013, the number there was only about 300 billion. So there's a huge jump.
In a short span of 4 years, Igloo Home has raised over $15 million. With the Smart City Summit under its belt, the firm is going full steam ahead with a new product. Igloo Home has already launched over 10 products, but the very first one was produced when a group of friends tried to figure out a remote security solution for their rental properties.
We had some spare rooms that we were renting out on Airbnb. One of the things that we realized was really how can we use IoT to help Airbnb hosts like ourselves and all around the world manage their properties in a much more efficient manner.
And we started to pilot the launch of the hard product in Australia. Several of the hosts were situated in a far remote place, like for example on top of a mountain resort, and they don't have good connectivity, internet connectivity. So at some times where 4G goes down, we cannot actually give the Airbnb guests the codes promptly. So that's how we actually tried to solve this problem by coming up with our next product. We call it AlgoPin, which solves this unique problem. It generates the PIN without the need for internet connection.
It works very similar to how the banking token works.
Igloo Home products are shipped to over 100 countries. The company itself has offices in over 15 locations across the globe. The latest offering, IglooWorks, targets enterprise clients. And co-founders Anthony and Kelvin have questions about their next stage of growth. They turn to venture capitalist Leslie of Red Dot Ventures for an assessment of what could be critical for their success.
Hi,
Welcome.
my name is Anthony. Nice
How
to
are
meet
you doing?
Hi, I'm Kelvin. Nice to meet you.
What is your strategy in going to market?
So for the distribution, today we work with between 80 to 100 distributors globally. Some of them are more retail oriented, and that's how we get our products to market and get consumers to find out more about the product. There's another part of it which is slightly more B2B to enterprise oriented, which is distributors that currently carry hardware that are already engaging enterprises, the type of distributors that we work with, which is more in the enterprise smart city space.
The channel is still quite traditional channel, right?
We can't escape from the traditional channel because we carry hardware. I think what we do different is that we also provide a lot of over-the-top kind of online partnerships where we bring our brand out to the market through these partnerships. So one of the examples we discussed is Airbnb. So any of the Airbnb hosts all around the world will discover about our brand through this partnership. We also get accredited, for example, by the Singapore government, by IMDA. So this allows us to be listed on the government website as well. So all these online partnerships, today we have more than hundreds of them.
Clearly the online channel work, that's why you are here today, right? But to scale it from here, I think the online to offline side of the channel probably be most critical in terms of your success. An innovative product that's put into a traditional shop, right? It got hidden away and it's difficult to bring out that traction with the customer. It's always a challenge. Besides the Smart City Summit, what are your other near-term challenges?
So for the next 6 to 12 months, our focus is in Asia Pacific. It's a two-pronged strategy that we're taking. The first one is for Igloo Home, and the second one is for IglooWorks. With Igloo Home, probably about 60% of our distribution is based in Asia Pacific today, about 50, 60 distributors. We're going to double that over the next 6 to 12 months and get ourselves into probably more than 1,000 retail outlets. The second part is IglooWorks. So with IglooWorks, we are building a lot of partnerships with telcos, with utilities companies, with data center companies across Asia Pacific. Many of these projects are going to be large scale. They'll require our distribution to have a very strong after-sales service support. And right now, we are making sure all our partners are ready for IglooWorks rollout across Asia Pacific. We start with Asia Pacific, but we have a team in the US, we have a team in Europe, and these teams will eventually start building up their presence within their respective markets over, from 6 months onwards in 2020, 2021.
With that ambitious strategy laid out, Igloo Home hits the ground running in 3 cities.
We are heading over to Enterprise Singapore New York office. We haven't met up with them in New York before, so this is the first time. I'm in the US right now, in New York, Brooklyn. So I'm here to visit Mendel, our distributor.
Charmaine, Igloo Home's marketing director, is in the US, part of the smart locks maker's aggressive expansion drive. Her job is to build the firm's presence in America.
So the plan for myself is to kind of, set up some marketing campaigns, get some things sorted out with Mendel and his team.
Trying to get a couple shipments in on time before the Chinese holiday and some of the other arrangements between the US and China, of course.
The US-China trade negotiations is something that Igloo Home is watching closely. This is because some of its locks are produced in China. Potential tariffs could make the locks more expensive in the US.
We are heading over to Enterprise Singapore New York office.
She's hoping to tap on their contacts for potential partners and customers.
We haven't met up with them in New York before, so this is the first time. We had a pretty good meeting earlier, talking about some of the information that can be shared, with their team and our team in terms of the US regulations and some of the things coming up with the tariffs and so on.
Igloo Home is exploring options to produce USA-bound products in countries not affected by the trade levies. Other alternatives include value-added assembly or production in America. 80% of the Igloo Home team is based in the Asia-Pacific region. Over the next year, Igloo Home wants to double the number of distributors in the region to over 100. This is where the startup feels that the smart access market will grow exponentially. Business Development Manager Pim has the job of expanding Igloo Home's clientele in Thailand.
I'm here today at the outskirts of Bangkok. We are at PSC Intergroup and I'm here to check on our locks.
Hoping to snag a new deal, Pim has given the PSC Group some smart locks to try out at their factories. The PSC Group has a diversified portfolio with several factories producing starch, steel drums, and even bird's nest products.
Hi, hello. How are you guys? Are there any challenges of using our smart key box and padlocks?
The challenges is for the people because they are not much educated.
So you have been using our locks for the past 2 to 3 weeks at the headquarters, right? What are the other features that you would like to add to our smart lock?
One important feature I want to add, that is the real-time notification.
Yeah.
If someone try to hamper the lock, then I will get a notification on my email or on my phone.
So for this lock, we cannot do it because the locks were offline. But in the future, we're gonna roll out NB-IoT like a product line. And this NB-IoT product line, right, you will get a real-time notification. So Amit, you're gonna purchase more lock from us and use it across others factory?
Security solutions provider Virasa has been distributing Igloo Home products in the B2B segment since 2017.
Has the lock arrived?
Yeah, just arrived a few days ago.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, so we shipped 900 locks this time, right?
Yep.
How is everything? Can I see? Is the lock is everything okay?
Yep. They seem to all arrive in one piece.
Yeah, okay, so for this lock, right, we just got a new feature, and actually we just launched it a few months ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and all 900 is okay and ready for the installation?
Yep, just in time. The project is now ready.
Virasa's clients include some of Thailand's biggest real estate developers, and they foresee a potential glitch in future sales.
Well, at first I saw the Igloo Home products and I thought it has great potential. My customer love it and we got started. In 2017, every single one of my customers were looking for innovation. The economy is not doing so well, so we may see a slowdown in development in the next couple of years. That could be a challenge. They are more concerned about budgets.
In the resort city of Pattaya, this timeshare business owner has recently installed Igloo Home locks at his condo units. Pim checks in to see if he is keen to purchase locks for his other properties.
How are you today?
Very good.
Very good, right? Are there any challenges with using the lock?
There are some challenges in the beginning for installation and setup, but once we learn how to use it and set it up, it's easier for the next one.
Are you planning to use Igloo Home locks at your other property?
Managing over 60 apartment units in Thailand in 6 locations, this is the perfect solution for us.
In Japan, Igloo Home distribution manager Jonathan is getting some feedback from a real estate management company that he'll have to address.
So I think previously only the key box was used for the line of properties.
So there has been a couple of issues going on with
yes.
yeah.
I see, I see.
商品自体はとてもいいもので便利になるし安全になるしっていうことでこれはお客様にとって非常にトラブルになりますので極力もうそれをなくしていきたいと思ってます。
To mitigate this risk, Igloo Home's locks come with a 1 to 2 year warranty, allowing customers to get a free replacement. Meanwhile, faulty locks are taken back for further research and development. Igloo Home is also working hard to achieve a zero defect rate. Jonathan runs a one-man operation in Japan, and he is relieved to hear more positive feedback for the newest product, Igloo Works.
The last time I was here in Tokyo, I brought the padlock, and we also explained how Igloo Home is actually expanding Igloo Works in Japan now.
So basically, in our platform, Mitsubishi residents and Mitsubishi residents are using our platform to book the vacant rooms for open houses. And by booking on this platform, they can basically reserve online to show the rooms to their clients by using the Igloo Home.
Yeah, so any plans to expand more properties, like maybe getting bigger real estate partners onto the Lineup platform?
So currently, the numbers of properties on this website is growing rapidly.
Okay.
By expanding the service, and consumers can also reserve online by themselves and check the vacant rooms for themselves, which makes it much more easier for
Exactly.
people.
Yeah. So now we've already onboarded a distributor. So from moving forward, you need to order. You can order directly from them, and then they'll provide full services as well. So servicing and across the entire Japan.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think overall the meeting went well. So I think we understand their new strategies for the markets, as well as the potential problems that we might face with our products.
Expansion plans are on track, but how is Igloo Home faring when it comes to branding and name recognition?
Which brings me to the $100 million question, why Igloo?
Smart locks maker Igloo Home is on a major expansion drive. Its team has fanned out across several Asian cities and the US looking for new customers. But the co-founders are also taking stock of the strength of the brand they've been building.
Right, this way.
All right.
Anthony.
Anthony and Kelvin reach out to branding guru Yog for advice on Igloo Home's messaging.
So I have some questions as far as your brand is concerned. There are competitors out there who are offering something similar. To me, something that looks similar. How are you different?
Absolutely right. So one of the things, as we started the company, we knew that there were a lot of digital locks in the market. So the way that we went into the market at the very beginning is that we did not want to create a lock, but we wanted to create a solution. And we were very focused on the short-term rental market.
However, the name becomes a sticking point.
Which brings me to the $100 million question.
Right.
Why Igloo?
We really love technology companies. We grew up in the era where there's Facebook, Google, Yahoo, and we wanted our companies to be as successful as these people, if not more successful. So we realized that one commonality between all these three names is they have two O's in their names. So Yahoo, Google, and Facebook. So when we designed Igloo Home, we needed to have two O's in our name. And so Igloo was the natural one because there's the only housing structure with two O's in their names.
I see where you're coming from. But it confuses me.
That's right.
Because I think Igloo Home is air conditioning, right? Igloo is cold, and it must have to do something with cold because I imagine snow and I don't think of locks. So are you misleading people?
No, you're right. So the official reason why we are called Igloo is because the igloo structure, you can find it in Antarctica, in the North Pole, is actually a very, very safe and secure property against all the harshness of wind and harshness of winter.
Without doors.
Without doors. It keeps everything nice and safe because the whole brand is supposed to convey a peace of mind, convey security, convey simple, and convey something that's very unique. Which is why, the whole marketing message is we are Igloo because it's safe, sound, strong, and secure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand it now because you explained to me.
Yes.
If I just see your name somewhere, on a brochure or something, I'm still confused.
Sure.
So that's my struggle as far as the name is concerned.
Makes sense.
Right? Because it needs your explanation, which in some situations, in a shop, in a house, I may just see the name, I may not be sure what it actually stands for.
Of course, yeah.
Right. That could be a challenge.
Hi, I'm here today to meet Treble and the ST signatures to get feedback for our locks.
Igloo Home is checking on one of its latest clients, newly launched co-living hotel ST Signature, which kicked off operations in July in Singapore. It uses Igloo Home's smart locks to allow guests to self-check-in with the help of Treble, a social e-concierge platform. Kelvin pays the team a visit to get feedback on the locks.
How has the experience of using our lock so far been?
So yeah, I think some of the features that ST Signature brought up is also how we can edit and delete codes off-site. Because most of their staff, they're trying to get to a fully manless kind of hotel here.
In our pipeline, we do have a new lock called the NBLT lock.
Right.
Scheduled maybe 6 to 9 months time. Other possibilities that can happen is, for example, when you from the back end, you can actually have an integration say, hey, I want to cancel this lock immediately, cancel this pin. So what happens is from the back end, goes through our server, you can delete it straight away.
Okay, so one issues that we are encountering is when a guest that last minute wants to extend, it seems like I can't really set a PIN again using the previous identical password.
PIN almost sort of works somehow based on start time.
Okay.
Yeah, something like bank token. Every time you open a bank token, it's a different number. If it's the same, we have an issue.
Okay.
So in order to achieve such a function, something like NBLT lock might be useful.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. With this feedback, it will steer us into innovation, into new products that we have in the pipeline. And with that, we can try to probably come up with some solutioning.
It's been a jam-packed 3 months for Igloo Home. They identified 3 goals they hope to achieve. So how did they fare?
We achieved what we set out to achieve. We managed to successfully conclude the Singapore Smart City Summit, and we are very happy with the outcome. And in fact, we are planning one for 2020 already. We have also been very excited about our progress made in Thailand, which is one of our fastest growing market in Southeast Asia. We hope to start replicating this model across to other parts of the world, such as in Europe and in the US. In Japan, we are also very excited that some of the top infrastructure management companies or telco companies have started to trial our products, and we are hopeful that over the next couple of months, we will see full-scale deployment of IglooWorks across the whole of Japan.
Over the past 4 years, Igloo Home has seen its fair share of ups and downs. However, their drive to succeed has helped them unlock new opportunities.
As they say, when you're running a startup, the days are long but the years are short. At Igloo Home, our mission is very simple. We want to create a world without keys, and the team here is very excited to make this vision a reality.